Alright, well, this is my first Let's Play video of, we've got this old NES game here that was never released in the US. It was on the Famicom in Japan. It's called Bio Senshi DAN, otherwise known as Bio Warrior Dan in the US. And I am playing a patched version, so we can play it in English. And I haven't really played this game before. I checked it out last night, and it seemed pretty interesting. I actually found out about it on a video about shitty games from Japan, apparently. Well, not from Japan specifically, but the video was Japanese. They were calling it Kusoge, which is, it means shit game in Japan, and this appeared on that list. So, I didn't think this looked like a shit game, so I decided to check it out, and from what little I played last night, I was actually kind of impressed. So, basically, in this game, you've got this guy. He is Bio Warrior Dan, which is a funny name, because I actually know a few people named Dan. And he's going back in time to kill these alien creatures and save the future, apparently. So, it's got the time-traveling mechanic. It's not really a mechanic that's played up in the game, though. Alright, beat the mother Inkliazar to clear the area. So, these aliens, I guess, are called the Inkliazar. I'm guessing that's how that's pronounced. And in each area there's a boss, basically. The mother Inkliazar. And so, there's two numbers up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. It's EN, which is basically my currency in this game, which is something that builds every time I collect one of the drops that enemies leave behind. Like, there's one. So grabbing one of those gives me 10 of this EN, and the MV, I would assume, stands for Monster, or maybe Mother Vitality. I'm guessing it stands for Vitality, because that number slowly increases as you play the game, and basically it's the boss's HP, so if you get to the boss quickly, that number will be low, and you'll be able to dispatch the boss pretty easily. In the event that you take your time, and you explore, and you collect a lot of things, then you might be stronger, but so will the boss. So I really think that's an interesting mechanic for its time. Now, the gameplay itself is a little rigid. Like, if you notice when I jump, he'll go so far, but then he'll just kind of drop straight like a rock. He doesn't fall on an arc, which is kind of weird. And you have this ducking ability, which is kind of funny, because you're just kind of crawling around on all fours. And you have this basic sword attack, so there's jump, attack, and crawl. And he can look up too, but I'm not exactly sure what purpose that serves, because you can't attack when you do that. There is 40E here, take it and don't tell anyone. So you can go indoors and interact with NPCs, and some of them will give you money, in this case. So it does seem like a pretty challenging game. When I played it last night, I did die a few times. It's an NES game, so that's kind of to be expected. So, I haven't tried doing a Let's Play before, so I haven't ever played a game while talking, so this is actually my very first Let's Play, and I wanted to do it because I wanted to start doing this a long time ago, but I just couldn't get things working, and I didn't have time for it. But, yeah, I've decided I would do it with more obscure games like this that maybe people haven't done these of before, so let's go in the store. Wow, okay. Ni hao, this shop have heat knife power-up. Okay, that's not a little racist. So this guy is obviously a caricature of a Chinese person, which is funny. Tenny is bargain. It serve you well, so buy now. Here you go, thanks. So we bought the heat knife power-up, so now our weapon extends a little bit. Yeah, so that was kind of funny. So this game's got a lot of funny stuff like that going on. Just really weird NPCs, and just this alone is pretty funny in my opinion. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I really like the aesthetic of the game, and apart from the control, like this shit, like the controls being just a little bit unwieldy at times, it's pretty standard platforming, side-scrolling adventure game. I like that there's there is kind of a linearity to it, at least at this point in the game, but I've noticed that at some points it does kind of branch off. You kind of do get little side areas, like when we saw that Chinese dude and got the power-up. That was kind of a little optional path. Ah, man. So when you die, you don't really lose anything, but you kind of just start back at the last checkpoint, which fortunately for us was right there. The only problem is the MV timer keeps going up, so the boss is going to be a little stronger now. You guys will have to forgive me if my gaming skill isn't up to spec, but hey kid, wanna wrestle? Win and there's a prize. Okay. So rules: at go, hit A quickly to push your opponent out. Got it? Let's go. Well, joke's on you, buddy, because I have turbo. So we're just gonna hit the turbo button here. I'm not even gonna try, you know? But this is a pretty funny sequence. It's basically a pushing game where whoever wins gets, let's see, a prize. 160, I quadrupled my money. He says I won't lose next time. Now, there was one thing that I did run into when playing this a little bit last night, and it was that my EN, my currency, basically maxed out at 999 really quickly, and there just wasn't enough opportunities to make use of it, which I felt could have been, you know, maybe reconsidered in design a little more. I mean, I wouldn't mind kind of grinding for this stuff, but it's whatever. Oh, sexy lady. This is an inn. Stay for ADE. I'm not sure how much HP I have. Let's check it out. No, that's not worth it. I noticed one thing about the inn is you can only stay there once, which is kind of dumb. It's like, but I have ADE. I want to stay, you know, another night. My HP is actually low enough now, but no, they only let you stay once. When I played this last night, I played it in Japanese, so I couldn't read most of what I was looking at, so I just downloaded the patch and patched it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, I went back out of there because I know that over here, I kind of want to explore a little more, but I also know that there's an interesting little secret area right here. And I don't really want what it's giving me. Let's see. There's a computer here. Turn it on. Yes. Dan, there is a spider shot hidden inside your arm. Okay. That's awesome. It's not every day you wake up and there's a spider shot hidden inside your arm. Dan learned his hidden power and gained a new weapon. Awesome. So you can open this pause menu and select a different weapon. And this is the spider shot, and for some reason... Oh, there we go. So, personally, I actually prefer the heat knife better, because it feels just a little bit faster and it does the same job, so we're gonna stick with that for now. The power shot seems just a little bit slow, and I don't like waiting for projectiles to recharge, so... Jesus. Wow, okay, that was lame. You know what, we're gonna go back to the inn and heal up real quick, because we're at half HP and we only have one Dan left, so... You really gotta... The only problem is right now that we're running into, our MV is up over 300, which, last night when I got to the boss for the very first time in this game, I think the MV was around 400 or 500 because I was really just exploring the game, and the boss kicked my ass. Now, provided... Well, I like this sequence a lot. So this is resting at the end, apparently. Dan's just chilling there in, like, his kimono or something, fanning himself while bells go off. Awesome. So we got full health again. Let's, get a move on. So yeah, so last night when I was playing, MV was up to like 400 or 500, and my health was low, and I was on my last life, so needless to say, I got my ass handed to me, and the second time I ran through, I managed to get there fast enough that I only had to fight him with 200 MV, so he was relatively easy to beat at that point. Your hidden self waits near the 3 blue pillars. Interesting. Guess I'm gonna learn a lot about my hidden self in this game. So I'm not just any Dan, I'm actually a Bio Senshi DAN. Alright. And I apologize if the mic, as far as I know, only comes in one channel, so if you're listening to this with headsets on, you're only going to hear me in your left ear. I'm sorry about that, it's just the mic I'm using. The mother's room is just below. Did you get the spider shot? Yeah, I did. And we'll see if it's more effective against the boss than my sword, but we'll see. And also, my mic is really sensitive, so if I'm like biting my lip or fidgeting around, you might just hear everything. Alright, so here's the boss. Alright, so that, let's see how much damage this does. Okay, that does about the same amount, possibly less, so... When it's all said and done, I think I'm gonna stick with this sword. Alright, so this... we might not beat him this time, let's see. Ah, man, almost. Had that heat-seeking bullet on me. Now, okay, what the fuck is this? So, we spawned in the boss room, the boss is not here, and... interesting. Oh, weird. So, this didn't happen before. Last time when I went through that portal, I actually went to the second area. I guess if you don't beat the boss, then it just spits you out here, which is really lame. I imagine I could have just walked out the door to the right and fought the boss again, but I'm not sure. So we're all the way back here. And if you guys are able to see this video in its full quality, you might notice that there's some... the discerning viewer may notice that there's some stuff going on. I'm actually playing this with an NTSC filter, so it's kind of giving it that more authentic NES look, as if you were to play it on an old CRT, and I think that I have... you know, I'm not noticing the CRT curvature that I applied, but that's supposed to be there very subtly. Might be. I don't know if it gets disabled when I run the video capture or what, but... so there's very, very light scan lines and NTSC filter on, so I kind of wanted to recreate the feeling of playing these games as they were originally played back in the late 80s and such, you know, because that's how I remember playing them, but, you know, I'm just... what do I know? I'm only 31 now, I guess, so... sometimes I mean, I have played NES games on an emulator without this kind of filtering before, and that's fine too. I kind of wanted to have this experience, and I hope people don't mind, although if I'm uploading this to YouTube, I'm not so sure that anybody's even going to notice. Alright, so it looks like the MV is actually pretty low, which is good. Looks like it kept what we got him down to, and just added some new stuff to it, which is cool. Which makes me think that maybe going through the door to the right wouldn't have respawned the boss. Yes! Alright. So, that's the first... alright, what's going on here? And I'm a ninja all of a sudden, okay. Area 2, alright. And now I'm not a ninja anymore, okay, whatever. It's fine. So I really like that, you know, I think if this were a shitty game, they would have just recycled the graphics from Area 1 into the other areas, but as you can see, we're in a new area, and we've got new graphics. Uh-oh, it's the Chinese guy again. At this shop have Spider Shop Power Up. 20 E's bargain, it serve you well. So I'm almost tempted to do like a really thick Chinese accent, but I don't want to be racist, so I'm not going to. Ask me off camera to do that one. Okay, no, just kidding. Alright, so, wow, this is our... how is this any different? Okay, yeah, so I bought the power up, and I don't notice a real difference, so I guess that guy just ripped us off, but it's okay because it was only 20E, and we've got 766, and as you can see, this is the problem you kind of run into with currency in this game. The Devil's Rain falls in darkness. awesome. I love just cryptic-ass shit like that in games where it's just like, oh yeah, Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. And it's like, what are you even talking about? You know? Well, that one's not as obscure as like secret is in the tip of the nose or whatever. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's actually a Zelda reference from the original Zelda. You should know that if you're watching this video, but I don't know. Alright, it looks like we've reached a dead end. I know if you jump in those spikes, they kill you instantly, so I'm not going to do that. Let's keep it going. I'm really self-conscious about how sensitive this mic is because I'm just worried that you're going to think I'm like Heath Ledger's Joker. If I keep like biting my lip, you'll just hear every smacking sound that I make. I don't know. Yeah, so today we're playing Bio Senshi DAN. Yeah, when I give you my permission to die, you may. Even though that's a totally different character, and I probably shouldn't do impersonations because I'm just gonna embarrass myself. I can usually do them pretty okay if I want to. It's just when I'm recording shit, I feel like I'm a different person almost. Because A, I can't even hear what the hell I'm saying because I've got headphones on. Alright, near the light is a road. Oh, okay, cool. Actually, in my short time of playing this last night, I found that without... Okay, so... Now you might be thinking, oh, this is the same area, right? It's actually not. I wish there was a way to buy more lives, or I wish enemies dropped extra lives, because we are out of Dan, so let's keep going. And hopefully we won't die before we reach some kind of checkpoint. This is an inn. Stay for 80E? Yes. You just gotta love the quirkiness of some of these games, and I mean, you know, if they had come over to the US maybe 20, 30 years ago or whatever, like, maybe they wouldn't have been appreciated, but I don't think it would have mattered. Like, you know, like, people didn't really need to get any kind of, like, cultural reference, you know, to appreciate it, because I know playing games as a kid on the NES, like, I mean, I saw, like, anime characters before I even knew what anime was, and it was just like, well, this is pretty awesome, actually, so let's see this. For 80E, these scanner goggles will let you see in the dark. Awesome. Thank you, but I'll have to take your old item. Joke's on her, I didn't have an old item. Oh shit, no, get me out of here. I'm actually playing the game with the Xbox 360 controller for Windows hooked in, so I'm playing on the digital pad. But overall it feels pretty good, but, you know, in cases like that, this thing is kicking my ass. Huh, hold on a sec, this is really annoying. Oh wow, I really don't like this enemy, because this pattern is like, you think he's moving in like a certain circuit, but he's actually really erratic. So anyways, I was talking about the 360 controller for Windows is actually one of the best purchases I've ever made. It's basically your standard Xbox controller, and I've used it for a lot of games, like mostly a lot of emulator type stuff like this, but I've also used it for games like Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. I've used it for Dark Souls. It was really good. Like, you really can't play Dark Souls without a controller, so... Or, I don't think you would want to, in my opinion. Now, see, what the fuck was that? So, that happened last night. So... yeah, so there's that. Just random shit falling out of the ceiling and killing me instantly. So, now let's see. So, we're back at the title screen, and we are using our first continue out of 5. So, this kind of sucks. We get to keep our gun, that's nice, and we get to keep our heat knife, that's good. Score is reset, which isn't really a big deal to me. And ironically, we get to keep all of our EN, which is pretty stupid if you ask me, considering, yeah, we have more of it than we will ever use. And I'm not going to go in those doors because one is just the guy that's going to sell me some bunk item that doesn't appear to work. And the other, actually, I have this... Wait, no, we're not going to go this way either. But I just realized, what if the power up to the gun is actually a charge shot? Because I didn't try charging it, I tried other things, but I'm not sure if I would actually still have it. Well, whether I have it or not, charging doesn't seem to be working, so I just thought it was worth a shot. Get it? Because, okay, never mind. So, let's see. We're in the dark area again, and whatever those little enemies are, like, when you hit them, it almost looks like a Marlboro from Final Fantasy. Those ugly, big plant creatures with a big mouth, and they hit you with a bad breath and causes all kinds of status ailments. Oops. Alright, I didn't mean to go in here. Thought that was the inn for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why it reminds me of that, but it just does. Okay, so I'm not going to waste my time going to the inn to the left, so we're just going to get out of here. Because you have to go through this way to get up here, up to the upper level where you buy the sunglasses or whatever they are. The reverse sunglasses, they let you see in the dark. Scanner goggles, that's it. I like how people like this lady, you know, attractive young lady, just hanging out in this weird alien world, all by herself. Like, how do these people make a living? Like, what do they survive on? Is there actually like a small town nearby where, you know, there's a thriving community of... It's just... That's why I love NES games, because it's such a world that it just never really seems to adhere to any kind of real-world logic, and I feel like we've kind of lost that in games, because, you know, now we always have to have some kind of, well, yeah, this has to make sense, this has to, like, apply to my understanding of the world. You know, when we're designing games, we always want to, like, impose our version of reality. See what I mean? That guy looks like a Marlboro. At least he does to me. Like a baby one. Sorta. Normally I just kill them so fast I don't really take the time to look at them, so... That, oh my god, okay. That was just stupid that time, okay. Wow. Okay, so this is really dumb. When you die, you lose your freaking glasses, so... I have to go all the way around again to get those, but you know what? I'm not going to. I mean, maybe I should, because without them, I won't be able to see, but... that thing hit me again. It didn't kill me this time, but that is so cheap. Alright, I think I'm starting to understand why they called this a shit game now, but I'm actually just gonna get through this area without worrying about seeing what the hell I'm doing. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I really don't like doing that, but at the same time, I also don't like going all the way back to buy those dark goggles or whatever the hell they were called. Wow, really? Alright, so we still have a life left. I figured I'd try hitting that because it looked kind of suspicious. Hey kid, wanna wrestle? Seeing as I have 980 EN, there's really no point in doing this because... Ah, shit. I accidentally hit the button anyways. Well, whatever. Let's push him. So, I guess you pay 40 and you win 160, and we're gonna cap at 999, so it's kind of pointless. Thanks for nothing, asshole. Alright. Wow, okay. Jeez. I'm sure this is really painful to watch. I'm sorry. Like, getting some weird lag. I'm not gonna blame it on the lag. I don't know if I want to touch that. I'm not gonna touch that. Not at 2 health and 1 Dan. So we're just gonna go. Oh god. There. Yeah, I don't want to take too many risks right now because I really don't want to start this. Oh fuck! Really don't want to start this whole area over. How do you? Oh my god! So I'm trying to figure out how to jump up there, and suddenly I get punked in the face. I don't even know if that's the word that people would use to describe that kind of... Alright, there is a secret near the start. You asshole. Well, we'll keep that in mind if we have to restart. Hopefully we're gonna get through this area without having to restart. And I do see a portal up there, and I don't think I can reach it. I mentioned that at some point you get some kind of high jump or double jump or maybe even some kind of jetpack ability, which I think would be cool in this game. But unless, you know what, those portals might just be exit portals, so like if you go into an area, you can kind of get dumped out there. Oh shit. So we're at the boss already. Just keep thrashing on him. Just keep thrashing on him. We're actually... Oh fuck. Alright. Sorry. Oh my god! What the hell? Now I'm in another area. Okay. Wow, that's stupid. I wanted to kill that boss actually, but... Looks like... Is this... Actually, I don't even know if this is Area 3 because I didn't get any kind of indication that I had entered a new area. I think we're still in Area 2, we're just in new parts of it. Ah, shit, you know what? What the hell is... Okay. So, I think... I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this might be a little confused at this point, but I actually think I have a pretty good idea what's going on. I think we got dumped back into the dark area where we were before, but this is going to set us back on point. Yeah, this looks pretty familiar. Oh my god. Does this look familiar? I don't even know anymore. Alright. Wow. Cheap shots everywhere. I mean... Oh my god. Okay, there we go. You know what? Fuck it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's why I didn't do it the first time. Yeah, okay, game over. I love how that hangs on that screen for extra long. You know, just make it a lot more painful than it really is. Now, okay, so we're near the start. Where is this secret area? Guessing it's not there. Is it that? Is it really that up there? That, like, completely out of reach? I mean, I wouldn't call that a secret, old man. That's just maybe potentially a shortcut that I can't even reach without the proper item. So, wow, this game is just brutal. But, you know, that's, like I said, that's... NES games for you are often notorious for their difficulty and maybe not the most streamlined game design that we've seen, but no, I don't want to go this way. I think it just dumped me off right there, so... Alright. Kill the Marlboro. Oh, jeez. So I was thinking I'd be cool by, like, speeding things up by... Because if you notice when he jumps, you get, like, you know... His walking speed is pretty excruciatingly slow, but if you do some jumping, you know, he just gets by. And you know what? Damn it! See, I knew that thing was there. You son of a bitch. I knew that thing was there, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna run through it. We don't even need the glasses to get through this area, which I don't think we do, at least. And I just kind of want to save time, and I don't want to waste much time. The only problem is, even if it were light, I don't know if I could avoid that, just because my guy moves at the speed of potatoes, so... yeah, it would probably end up hitting me. You know what? I don't think I've been down here, and I almost think that there's... really? No, I guess not. An inn would be really nice right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna OCD this shit right here. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything down there. Alright. Alright, I need to focus because we're down to 1 Dan already, and we've got 3 hit points, and we're just not in good shape, so... oh yeah, and this is my favorite area, because every time I come through this area, I get my ass kicked. So... ah, man. So, I like how I can't hit him, but one time, his bullet doesn't usually... alright. Oh, man. Okay. I really don't want to mess with these. Oh, fuck. Alright. Oh, God. Just crawl out of there, buddy. Alright. Sweet. We're not... I think this is where I died before. Yeah. And this is perilous as. Okay. Did I get this far before? Yeah, actually I did. Oh, shut up. Oh, God. Okay. You know what? Just... when in doubt, crawl it out. Alright. See, I didn't... that's funny. You'd think that when you're in the crawling position, you could just press up and be standing up, but apparently going into doors from the crawling position takes priority over that, so it makes total sense. Oh my god, that was so close. Alright. Jump! God, what are these? Looks like freaking cells or something like that, just... amoebas. Anyways. Getting really carried away. Yeah, let's fight the boss with 1 hit point left. You know what? Fuck this. Oh, God! They wouldn't even let me... okay. Same... we've reached the same end that I was going towards. And I would have probably died in here anyways, so... now, that looks like a portal up to the right, but I don't want to go in there yet. I want to get through that door, if possible. That would be nice. Really? He can't jump up there? I like how this guy is just... no, there's got to be a way up there, because... I'm just... yeah, it's just the prohibitive controls that are preventing me from getting up there. Wow, you asshole. Alright. Really? What the fuck? Wow. Really? Alright, sweet. Oh, man. Let's raise your strength by 4. Yes! Okay, that was great. Just walk into a door. Hey, let's raise your strength by 4. Okay. Don't even have to pay him anything. Which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, considering we've got EN coming out of our ass, but that's cool. Thanks. Thank you. So we've got all this HP, but we're on our last life, and I'm assuming that when we die, hopefully that upgrade remains. Oh my freaking... oh, fuck you. Just fuck you. Alright. I'm sorry, I should preface this video, well, we're far beyond prefacing anything, but I will say that this video is not suitable for kids because, you know, there's a few times where I tried not to swear, but it can't be helped in other cases. Normally I swear a lot, so I'm not trying to be cool, I'm just, you know, frustrated with rigid controls and oh my god, and that kind of shit right there, case in point. Alright. Sorry, I keep bumping the I'm wearing a headset, and every time I go to scratch my nose or something, I bump the microphone, so it probably sounds like shit. And I'm hoping that everything is recording okay, because I tested it out beforehand. And you know what? If we die here, I'm gonna call the video. I mean, there's no way we're gonna get past the boss with 1 hit point. So I think this is a pretty good stopping point. I'm enjoying playing this for the most part. I mean, I'm not completely turned off to it. I am just kind of getting tired of talking. And I'm sure that you guys are probably tired of hearing me at this point, because I really have nothing good to say about this. I mean, this experience, the game itself is alright. So, alright, so thanks for watching, and stay tuned next time.